Hey, welcome everybody to episode 5 of Let's Go Outdoors. The next couple days, we're going to be sitting here in this lovely rainy area called Ouabache State Park. That's how people think it is, but it's actually pronounced Wabash, which is the French translation of the Miami Indian word for it, which is Ouabache, believe it or not. I don't know if I said it right, but it's actually pronounced Wabash. So this is where we're going to be for the next couple days. The nice thing about this place is well, not so nice, I guess. It's the smallest park we've been since we started. This only has about 1,104 acres, believe it or not. 25 of them are taken by Kunkel Lake, which has excellent fishing for the summer, and 25 of it is for the bison herd, which lives here. Now, we're going to talk a lot about the bison in this episode because they're an endangered species, and it's very important that people understand that, what we have to do to protect these animals. At any rate, we're going to get ourselves set up with our tent, get everything together, get prepared and decide what we're going to do, and then we're going to get right back at you guys.
So what is so nice, and what are some of the features of this park, Mike?
Well, we got a couple of interesting things. There's like a watchtower, which actually goes, it's like in the center of the park, and it goes way up high, so you can look over the entire park. That's one of the cool things.
Oh, cool. So we can actually go up to the top of the tower.
Yeah. Of course,
awesome.
There is Wenzel Lake. I mean, it's apparently well stocked with fish, so you can fish there if you like. And then we're going to have the bison herd. The cool thing about the bison herd is there's only 12 of them. 11 of them are male, and one is female, who was pregnant last time they checked, but who knows right now. But think about that. 11 males, 1 female?
Boy,
She's got her choice of the litter of whoever she wants.
She must be real tired.
I bet she is real tired. Yep, and it's really cool, guys. I think we're going to like this park, but we'll see how it all goes.
So isn't there something called the Trail 5 that we're going to check out, Mike? Why are we going to take Trail 5?
Well, that's a Trail 5 that we were kind of looking at, which it's a relatively small park. Trail 5 is about, 5.5 miles, I believe it is. And we're going to be going all the way around. It basically goes all the way around the park, including the bison preserve area.
Cool. So we're going to see the whole thing. And we're actually going to be doing some actual backpacking, right, with our backpacking gear this time,
yeah, we're
right?
actually going to use our backpacks this time.
Awesome.
Because it's a long enough trail so that, we feel it's good.
And guys, we're going to make sure we bring plenty of water and snacks, so don't worry about us. We'll be cool. But anything else you want to say, Mike, to close this out?
A little bit more about the bison a little bit later. First of all, we need to get set up and get ourselves together, okay? We'll see you guys in the next section.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Unfortunately, we're tailgating today at our next campground here at Wabash State Park because it is pouring and pouring and pouring. So we didn't get a chance to get here early enough to set up our tent and everything yet. So we're basically cooking some dinner on the tailgate. It's basically thin strip steaks with mixed vegetables, and I'm using some butter, and I'm using some chicken broth bouillon for the corn. So I'm going to try and swap around here so you guys just see how bad it's pouring. See, look at that. Ain't that something? And look at Mike. He's all in his handsome waterproof suit.
Frog tug!
What's that, Mike?
Frog tug!
All right, folks. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Hey, everyone. So we just made it to the fire tower. We're about to ascend to the top and try and get you some pictures from the top. I mean, it's pretty high. It's got to be 300-400 feet up there, guys. But we're doing it for you. Yeah, you, the viewer. So stay tuned. We'll get you some more images when we're at the top. If we don't fall. Yeah! Here it is, guys. So far I've showed you different levels. I'm almost at the top now. It's definitely a little bit of a climb. Oh, and when you get to the top, if you're tall, watch your head. Ouch.
Duck.
You didn't tell me to duck, Mike.
I forgot how tall yourself was, man.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, this is the top of the tower, everyone. Look at this view. It's beautiful.
So,
The reason
guys,
it's called a fire tower, guys, is because way back when, even before this became a park, this used to be wild land. I know you were going to say something about that, Dave?
yeah. So, guys, one thing that's really nice is we always talk about the way that everything that we see in these parks wasn't always built-in roads and fire pits and gravel pads to camp on. Back in the day when this was all wild, you would have shifts of rangers that would come up here with a logbook and a compass, and they would have really powerful binoculars. And what they would do is they would actually, for 3 to 4 hours at a time in shifts, they would actually scan the whole area, the horizon, looking around to see if there was a fire. And one of the other pieces of equipment they had was a high-range walkie-talkie, so they could get a hold of people if they needed to. So it's really kind of cool because, you know, this is another one of those unique features that we've seen on our trails so far. And, you know, I really hope you guys are enjoying it because I'll tell you, it's fun. You know, and then just like my brother said after he forgot to tell me, when you get to the stairs right below here, if you're tall like me, you'll bang your head if you don't duck. So
I'll just knock some sense into you, that's all.
yeah, I am senseless. You are right. But hey, stick around with us, guys. We will see you in the next section. You know what else I just found out, guys, which I think is cool? It wasn't always rangers that were manning these towers. Actually, in the early 1900s, believe it or not, it was mostly women that did it. And it would be the wives of the farmers in the area. And the cool thing is, Indiana had 33 of these towers. And the nice thing about that, with all the equipment that they would use, they would have these tables that actually would allow them to actually get the exact position and pinpoint by matching up the coordinates between the two towers anywhere in the area where they could actually pinpoint where the fire is. Unfortunately, these towers are no longer manned. It's a shame thing because I guess what happened is now it's being monitored by the Forest Service or whatever from aircraft. But that's nice to know. Again, it's another nice thing where we learned so many episodes ago about Diana of the Dunes, who actually went and actually lived a life by herself, being an important woman of her time. And then we go back and we look at this fire tower, which it has lots of history in itself, but the fact that it was mostly ran by women. Now that's cool too. So I know the women out there that are watching, I hope that's a piece of information that you are going to appreciate. So you see, it all works for everyone. And so we'll see you in the next section. Thanks, guys. See you in a bit. Well, good morning, everyone. So, day 2, and me and Mike are getting ready to hit Trail 5, which is what we were talking about yesterday. We're going to see if we can find some bison today, and get some pictures and some video, and do some history segments and some other fun stuff for you guys. So, you ready for this, Mike?
About as ready as we can be, given the day.
What are you expecting us to find out today, man?
Hopefully no more rain.
Yeah, by the way, guys, it just rained so bad yesterday.
No more rain.
You know, you should have actually just been last night. It was horrible. We had rain all night. And when we got to the campground, it started all rainy. We were able to get the dinner out, though. We did that on tailgating, which we mentioned. Then, cooled off for a while, stopped raining. Middle of the night, falling asleep, and all of a sudden it's just like the sky exploded, guys, and there was like rain and just torrential rain for the rest of the night. We get up this morning, we're trying to make breakfast. Started raining again, so we're just gonna eat cereal in the tent, which is what we did today. But welcome back for day 2, guys, and stick along for the ride. We'll see you in a few when we get you some footage. So, guys, this is actually the buffalo pen where the buffaloes normally hang out. And basically the interesting thing is that one buffalo actually requires 5 acres of grazing land. That's amazing. So they have at least 12 here is what we're told. So the interesting thing is I wonder if they just basically limit the amount of buffalo that are in this area, because the whole reservation for the bison is only 20 acres. And so that's really interesting. So you got to keep these animals exercising and fed. So I wonder. So what do you think, Mike? You think that they just limit the amount that come out here?
Probably, but then I'm also the understanding that they supplement the grass with hay and stuff.
That would make sense because you're looking at one buffalo 5 acres, and if you're got 20 acres.
Yeah, because there's no way unless if you do the math, it's only going to be 4 buffalo actual total in here.
Yeah, at a time.
Yeah, because it's no bigger than 25 acres. So from what I understand, they use hay as a backup.
It makes sense. I mean, I can't see. I mean, as you guys out there to look at, as I'm panning this video, I mean, you can see this is 20 acres. This is just one small portion of it. And if you have that many buffalo, there's no way you can have them out grazing at the same time. I just don't see it as being sustainable. So yeah, they definitely got to limit it. And I think I agree with Mike where I do believe they have to really do the hay. And actually, we'll show you some pictures of what we think is a feed spot where they go in and put the feed. We'll show you guys that when we get to it, and we'll show you some other pictures when we get there. So any other thoughts about this, Mike, before we continue?
No, we just have to see if we can catch some bison right now.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. Okay, guys, so we'll see in a little bit. We're going to see if we get some bison pictures for you and get some feed trough pictures for you guys as well. See you in a little bit. And there you go, guys. There's some bison just chilling, hanging out in the field. I'm going to try and zoom in as best as I can. There's some that are a little bit closer to the barrier. See those? Look at them. It's as close as I can get with this camera, guys. Alright, so we're going to go a little bit further because there's some that are a little bit closer. It'd be nice if one of them would turn towards us. Look at that. Look how just they're beastly looking. Check them out, guys. Just chilling. It looks like there's 8 of them out. Well, there you go, guys. There's one of their feeding shacks. Where they come in and they actually feed the bison, and I bet it makes sense for them to actually kind of feed and go, because these are big animals and they could do lots of damage if they're not happy with you. So here you go. I was just doing my Spider-Man impression for you guys. It's real slippery, guys. So if you come up here after a rainstorm, make sure that you're very, very, very careful. A little running stream under there. Unfortunately, someone was nice enough to drop a bottle, deposit a bottle, and waste resources. So, guys, this is the first footbridge at Trail 5. So, see if we can find you some more stuff. All right. Hey everyone. So we just hit a little rest spot on our way through Trail 5. And up over the brim there, that's where the Kunkel Lake is. I just took some pictures of that for you guys to look at. It's not a bad looking lake. You can tell it's man-made. And we're just gonna take a little break here, have a couple of granola bars and drink some water and cool off and continue on where we're going. Then if we take a look off way in the future, all the way over there towards the right of the screen, you can see the fire tower that we were at yesterday. Just goes to show you how tall that thing sits. Look at that. So we're around. So we're going to take a break, chill out, and so there's a vault toilet here, and it's something to behold. Let me tell you, I wouldn't be using a vault toilet unless I absolutely have to. But hey, if you got to go, you got to go. And then as we go around, right to the left of that bench right there, that's where Trail 5 continues. And then, you know, again, this is a nice little rest spot along the way to take a little break, you know, do a little barbecuing if you decide to bring in charcoal, you know, this way, get your energy back up. And then after you get the energy back up, you can talk to Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
So enjoying your little rest right there?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, as folks that are older than Dirk, we got to rest once in a while.
Really? How old is Dirt?
I don't know. I have to ask my kids because they always call me older than Dirt. So.
I know that feeling. Well, all right. So we're going to take a break, guys. And then we're going to get some more footage. And again, I hate to say it again, but I'm not trying to repeat myself. But guys, so far, it's the longest trail in the park here, but it's really nothing exciting to look at. So we'll get back to you guys in a little bit after we take our break. Hey everyone. So we finished Trail 5. Yeah, it's over 5 miles. Wasn't very exciting, but we did it. It started at the Buffalo Pen and went all the way around the park for 5 miles. We went through a couple black oak forest areas, and we went through some beech tree areas and stuff like that. But really, most of it was just wooden bridges here and there, and they were just more like, looks like just to make sure that you know, the trail was usable. I guess as far as a hiking view, it's a good hiking trail if you just want to hike and get some miles under your belt hiking. But as far as an enjoyable scenic one, the most scenic part of the trail was when we were along the bison bend. So it is what it is. We did do it, and you know, it was 5 miles. But hey, we did it. We'll see you guys in a few minutes, okay? But we did finish 5.
Well, everybody, I said I was going to talk about the bison, and this is as good a time as any. I know everyone loves stories. I know my brother loves stories, so this is my story. Now, first of all, let me just say that according to several sources, originally, bison were gone from Indiana by 1830. This was when Indiana was still a territory. The only reason they survived was because of a Hoosier by the name of William T. Hornady. I know you Indianians are happy about that. Well, this guy was born in 1854. Hornady was a taxidermist, and he was a zoologist who traveled the world gathering specimens for the U.S. National Museum. It was at this time that he noticed a serious decline in the American bison and teamed up with Theodore Roosevelt, who was president at the time. Together they formed the American Bison Society in 1905. Then back in 1899, Hornady reported that there were only 1,000 bison remaining in the West. Starting in 1907, Hornady helped with a shipment of bison to a refuge in Oklahoma. It was the first reintroduction in the United States. Just a year later, an animal shelter was established in Missoula, Montana. So they were really trying hard. The nice thing about it is the American bisons have grown to almost 500,000 in public and private land, thanks to the efforts of Hornady and other like-minded folks. Just thought you guys would love that little story. You guys take care now. Bye-bye now.
Do you think he looks like me?
I think so. Hey, everyone, that's Iron Mike. So, Mike, who's Iron Mike? Is that you? When did they make a statue of you?
I don't know.
Huh.
But I like it. It's cool. Now, actually, what this statue represents, everybody, is all of the workers between 1933 and 42, when Theodore Roosevelt was president. It was the Great Depression. It was a depressing time. Let me get myself correct. It was a depressing time for the nation. And what Roosevelt did is he got all the young men, thousands and thousands of young men from all around the country and their families, and he got them to work on all the state parks. This particular park, actually, every single building that was built in this park was built by these young men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because at that time there was widespread unemployment, and they needed work. And what they used to do is they would pay them $25 a day, and they would send $20 to the people that relied on them, and then I guess they would keep $5 for themselves. And they were like corps. It was almost like an army unit, only it was a unit that was put together to do construction.
Now, I heard something about the Conservation Court. That was the predecessor to the DNR?
Yeah, Wish Wildlife Game Preserve, yes.
Okay, so that's cool. So they were the predecessors. That's really cool. That's awesome.
It is. But there you go. See, this is people like this help make our country great.
And yes, we have lots of great people out there doing things to make our country great, don't we?
Yeah, we do. All right, guys. See you in the next section.
Hey, everyone. So here we are, end of episode number 5. And this was an interesting one. This is a Wabash State Park. Not bad. The smallest park we've been to so far, with the longest trail. Unfortunately, the longest trail isn't very exciting here. But it seems like a lot of the trails that we've encountered over the last couple parks are pretty much the same. Pretty flat, except for the dunes and maybe even the water trail that we took over at Channel Lakes. But that's okay. You get what you get when you got a park this size. We got a chance to check out the fire tower, which was absolutely cool. That was my most favorite thing. I've always wanted to see a fire tower in person and be able to go up to the top. So that was awesome. And we learned a lot of history about the fire towers. We learned that there was 33 fire towers out here, and farmers' wives would work together with equipment and radios on top of these towers when rangers weren't available to track down and locate fires in the forest area. And so that's pretty cool. But we also found out that they don't do that anymore, which is a shame. It's all done by aircraft now. But hey, we got to go with the times, and things got to change for efficiency, I guess. We learned about, and then we got to see the bison exhibit, and that was another nice thing I was really looking forward to here. And it was cool. We got to see bison in person. We got some stills for you, and we also got some motion with them when they were walking back to go grazing, and I got some footage of a little baby calf that they had, which was really kind of cool. But we didn't count as many as they said. We only counted 8. So I don't know if they got them in a pen somewhere or they're hiding them off, but they were kind of looking, just chilling out. And two of the bulls were actually trying to show off for me, Mike, and some people that were passing by. They're doing a little fisticuffs with their horns. And then one of the things that we weren't originally planning to put into the episode was Iron Mike, the statue at the beginning of the park, which is a monument to the young folks from the Conservation Corps that actually helped put together these parks and build them out and take care of and maintain them. And it was one of Teddy Roosevelt's things, which was kind of cool. So in even the dark times back in the 30s, he actually came up with a conservation corps so that he can actually, give people jobs, young men jobs. And they got $25 a day, and they kept $5 for themselves and sent $20 home. So, even in a society like we have today, where there's a lot of joblessness and the market's kind of crummy right now, it's nice to see that back then, even when times were really, really tough, the president at the time was really trying hard to give everyone work. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode with us. It was a little different than we normally do. Like I said, it was a little bit smaller than the other parks. That was fun, nevertheless, to see the bison, the fire tower, Iron Mike, and you saw the resemblance to Mike, my brother. I'm telling you, I think they based the statue on my brother Mike. I think so. Looks just like him. And by the way, guys, if you do get a chance to come here,
folks, I'm speechless.
And if you folks do get a chance to come here, get a close look at the statue. They've really done some great work. I mean, the eyes are really nice, the nose, the mouth. He's got his shirt off because they made it look like he was working really hard, and you can look at the detail on the belt. I mean, whoever sculpted it, if you're still alive and you're watching this, kudos, man. That was freaking awesome. But again, this is the close of another episode. If you enjoy what we do, and I hope you do, please like and subscribe and comment. And guess what? We'll see you for number 6 at the next Campground of America. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a great day.